Hello, welcome my friends. This is our daily tarot. Our opening card that we have for today is the Knight of Pentacles. The challenge that we're facing today is the Seven of Pentacles. The way we're going to get through the challenge is the Sun. And the overall outcome for today is the Six of Wands. So let's go ahead and jump in. If we're looking at this first card, we can see this horse that has all of its feet anchored on the ground, and this knight that's sitting on that horse, heavily armored, and is carrying a coin as if that coin is leading them. Now, if you have ever had a dog that you've tried to pick up and they can seemingly engage all the iron in their body and connect to the magnetic force of the earth and make themselves immovable, that's kind of the energy of this card. It's this pace that's very purposeful and very anchored and very practical. So it's all about movement and how we move and how we engage with our environment. And this is an energy of moving very purposefully and intentionally and slowly. So there's this energy of kind of slowing our pace down and letting our values guide us step by step by step in a very anchored way. Now, the challenge that we're facing for today is the Seven of Pentacles. So we have this person who's leaning on their wand, looking at this bush in front of them that has all of these different coins in different sizes and phases of their growth. And they have one coin or pentacle in between their feet, which, if you look closely, have two different colored of boots. And that's not because I ran out of that colored pencil when I colored this card. It was done on purpose. It's this energetic of how we feel this sense of indecisiveness. Like one boot is in one world and one boot is in another. And they're looking at their harvest and they're trying to time when they can actually pull these coins off this bush. And the energetic of this card is to have patience around some kind of material concern in your life. Like if you've been wanting to move forward, but there's this almost like engaging in the body that's like hesitant. That's this energy. It's like if you're growing some food and gardening and you want to, harvest your vegetables or harvest your strawberries, you can't pluck it before it's ripe. You have to have some patience around the development of this material thing, this thing that you value, so that you can read when it is in its most prime point to harvest the fruit. Now, patience can be a very difficult thing to do, and yet we can learn through the process of patience how things can develop and how things can open up, which brings me to the way we're going to get through the challenge today, which is the Sun. The sun and gardening kind of go together, and it also affects us. So consider that the sun opens things up, it develops situations, it develops and ripens fruit and flowers, and everything that we really enjoy on the planet to eat depends on the light of the sun. And our own development also can depend on that light. So this is reminding us how important it is to show up and to listen to our own essential nature as to that engaging quality. I was talking to my friend about this the other day in a reading for her, how differently we can engage in situations depending on, when someone needs us that is important to us, how quickly our inner dialogue can shift from a ho-hum attitude to a fierce warrior attitude, right? And so what engages us? And sometimes it's just a matter of timing in regard to how things call us out to show up. And that brings up this important kind of factor that we need to consider around this patience thing, is that you will feel it in your body when it is time to engage. And it won't be something that your mind can really question. It's something that your emotional intelligence gives you a very quick read on. You know, kind of like the person who sees someone about to be hit by a car and they don't sit there and think about whether or not they're going to get out of the way. They just engage, right? They don't have to let their mind tell them what to do. Their body has this intelligence. It has this amazing way of knowing and responding to a situation. Now, this sensation that we get is going to be really powerful. And it's kind of interesting right now because we have the energy of Mars that's like pushing through the sign of Capricorn, which we all have in our natal chart. Even if you don't have a planet in Capricorn, even if you're not a sun, moon, rising in Capricorn, we all have each of the zodiac signs in our natal chart because it's a wheel. And in that wheel, there's 12 pieces of pie, and each piece of the pie rules or governs a certain area of our life. And the zodiac system sinks into that based on the time of day that you were born. And so it gives this read and information around the energy that you're working with. And then as the planets transit around our star system, they engage our own blueprint, so to speak, and we respond to it. And that's what is so magical and interesting about astrology. So consider that we're in this place where we are moving forward. We're going to get some kind of epiphany or realization around where we need to move forward and the direction that we need to move forward, because we have these 6 wands here and the person on the horse is moving in a direction. They have 1 wand in their hand and they have these 5 people in the background that are all supporting them. And so this is encouraging, right? This is telling us that we have to move purposely in the direction that we feel called to go into, and that we do have the support of the community around us to do that. And so it's a matter of how we engage ourselves. And sometimes the people around us can engage us too, because they call us to task and they tell us where we need to show up, because our light ultimately is absolutely needed in this world. So that is our tarot reading of the day. I look at the tarot system as a self-development system. Each of the cards gives us this reflection in our own nature and what we're working with. If we can see ourselves in the card and get the story that it's trying to remind us of, and how we can find our way through it. And I just hope that it's useful and that it helps you get through these times. I send a good wish to you and so much love. Mwah, 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 mwah. Kisses are gonna smack you from the side of the face and all around, and you just won't even know where they're coming from. I hope you have a blessed day. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.